Philosophical imbalance. How the philosophy of social conservatism conflicts with the existence of humanity. In theory, philosophy seeks harmony, an alignment of values and principles with the realities of existence. Yet, when examining the philosophical core of social conservatism, one encounters a profound imbalance. At its heart, social conservatism claims to protect tradition, order, and morality, but in practice, its resistance to change and insistence on rigid structures of family, gender, and culture often collides with the very fluidity and adaptability that has allowed humanity to survive. The contradiction is stark. Humanity thrives through evolution, biological, cultural, and intellectual. Social conservatism, however, elevates stasis. By attempting to freeze human society in an imagined golden age, it undermines the dynamism that has always been our lifeline. Whether it is the rejection of reproductive freedom, denial of climate science, or hostility to LGBTQ+ identities, the pattern is the same. A philosophy that claims to uphold life paradoxically constrains it. At its most extreme, this imbalance becomes existential. Climate denial, cloaked in the language of skepticism or economic pragmatism, rejects the overwhelming evidence that human activity is altering the planet's systems. Conservatism's preference for fossil fuel dependency and deregulation reveals a philosophy unwilling to adapt, even as the consequences threaten future generations. A worldview that clings to short-term cultural comfort over long-term survival is not merely misguided, it is anti-human. Social conservatism also thrives on exclusion. By defining morality through rigid hierarchies, who belongs, who doesn't, it fractures the very social fabric it claims to defend. The insistence on traditional family not only marginalizes millions who live outside its confines, but also ignores the anthropological reality that human societies have always been plural, adaptive, and diverse in form. History shows that societies that embrace plurality and adaptation thrived, while those that clung too tightly to fixed hierarchies often collapsed. Philosophers from Heraclitus to Darwin remind us that change is the essence of life. Yet social conservatism wages war against change, framing it as decay rather than renewal. In this sense, the philosophy is not just politically reactionary, it is ontologically unsustainable. A tree that refuses to bend with the wind eventually breaks. A philosophy that denies humanity's need for evolution and adaptation is ultimately a philosophy of extinction. The imbalance, then, is not just philosophical, it is existential. Humanity's survival depends on our capacity to evolve in the face of new challenges. Conservatism, in its most rigid form, resists this evolution, privileging static ideals over living realities. The danger is clear. A society that clings too tightly to an unchanging past will fail to meet the demands of an ever-changing present. The true balance lies not in halting change, but in harmonizing tradition with progress. Human existence is not safeguarded by walls built around the past, but by bridges extended toward the future. This has been a No Sleeple Network production. If you like what we're doing here, please like, share, and subscribe.